These are the top passive income jobs that you can start with from home, even if you're a complete beginner. And all of these jobs can earn over $100,000 a year if you learn how to do them correctly. Now, inside of this video, I'm going to show you how I went from making $0 whatsoever to making millions and millions of dollars a year. And I'm going to explain to you how, if you've never earned money online before, the steps that I took when I started out and the steps that I would recommend that you take if you are either starting out or you're looking to earn more money online. Now, if you're brand new here, don't worry, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to do everything I can to help you get all of the resources you need. I will leave links in the description of this video. I'll also explain to you the thing that we're doing behind the scenes. We actually have a full 6-week boot camp that actually starts very soon. Make sure you check that out below this video, because I actually have a private mentorship group where I take people through being beginner to expert on Zoom calls, private group Zoom calls, and I even have a full step-by-step template that has over 200 different things that you can get started with to start selling online. But before we get into that, I just want you to do me a favor, respond with the word yes in the comments of this video. If you want me to keep you updated with more free tutorials, more free training like this, it also helps the video get more reach. So do me a favor, just leave the word yes in the description. Now, before we get into this, I do want to give you a disclaimer that everything I say in my content is for informational purposes only. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to get any results. I'm also not guaranteeing that you're going to be a millionaire or any of that. I'm just going to show you the steps that I took. And ideally, if you put in the right things, you put in the right steps, and you take action and you become consistent at this stuff, you will greatly increase your chances of earning money online. But again, nothing I'm going to say in this video is guaranteed. I'm not saying that I promise that you're going to do the same numbers that I did or that I'm doing. But again, I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing to earn money, and you can hopefully learn from those things. So let's talk about what's on the list, what we're going to be covering, and I'm going to give you 6 different things that you can choose from. And these are all different things that have earned me money, or people I know money, in either the past or even in the present, because the idea is that ideally, when you start out, you want to start providing services to other businesses or other prospects that you can start generating with what I'm going to share with you here. And after you start earning enough money, you can start using a lot of the techniques that I'm going to share with you today for your own business. And so when I started out back in 2017, when I wasn't really making that much money, you can see over here, I was doing marketing and doing services for other people. And as I started accumulating more and more money, eventually I decided to stopped doing as much client work, and I started working on my own business, and that's when I was able to start making millions of dollars. Now, I'm not saying you can't make a lot of money with services, but ideally at some point you want to start working on growing your own business instead of other people's business. But we'll get there in a little bit. Let's first of all talk about what the number one thing is that you can start out with, which is keyword research. Now, the reason why everything starts with keyword research, and by the way, this is in our roadmap template here that you will get inside of our bootcamp if you go to the link in the description. Keyword research is the first thing that we figure out for any prospect or person that we want to start providing services to. And what keyword research is basically allows us to figure out, what do people want to show up for online. Now, just to let you know, everything in this video, all the different passive income ideas are going to be things that you can provide to other businesses as a service. And essentially, you could even outsource a lot of these services, and you can automate them with some of the tools and the different systems I'm going to be sharing with you today. And so even if you start learning keyword research and you start providing it yourself, you start doing it for other people, you don't have to do it forever yourself. Eventually, you can hire somebody for very cheap. You can outsource this work, and you can also use tools to automate a lot of this stuff. Now, if you were to just do keyword research off the top of your head, the way it would look is that you would figure out, okay, well, what is the prospect that I'm looking to help, looking to show up for online? And so let's say they're a coach, or let's say they're an influencer. They might be looking for things to show up around whatever they're trying to teach. So if you're trying to help somebody that's doing real estate, for example, you could find topics or keywords around real estate coaching. And the way you would do that is you would use a tool like Shinefy. Shinefy is a tool that I've built. I started building it about 2 years ago. And this tool uses AI and ChatGPT to basically find keywords and figure out how hard they are to show up for online. So if I go over to ShineRanker here, which by the way, I'll leave a link to this as well. You can get a free trial to ShineRanker if you want to try it out. But if I go into ShineRanker and I go to viral topic finder here, I can enter in a topic. So let's say I want to go for real estate or real estate coaching. Okay. Now you don't even have to necessarily know who you're going to reach out to in order to do the keyword research in advance. So like, for example, I could figure out the keywords first that people can rank for, and then I can reach out to them and say, hey, I found some really good topics that you can start using in your website, on your content, on your YouTube channel, in your TikToks, in your Instagram, wherever you're going to be providing this, wherever you're going to be helping them with their keywords or their topics or their content. And you can give them this list of topics for free. And what I always recommend is that if you're going to be trying to get a client, figure out what you can offer them up front. Anytime that you want to get clients, you don't want to just go straight to selling. You want to figure out, what can I do to get them hooked? And so it's kind of like, with fishing. If I were to throw out a fishing line, if I don't put any bait on the fishing line, I'm not going to catch the fish. And so you want to give something so that you can build that relationship, because they don't know who you are. They don't know if they can trust you. They don't know if your services are good. And so doing stuff like this, all the stuff on this list here, are all things that you can give away for free, but you can also charge a lot of money for every single month. So either way, let's go into ShineRanker here. We got real estate coaching. We're going to make sure it's enhanced with AI so that we have ChatGPT giving us extra untapped topics. And ideally what we want to look for is we want to look for something called a golden keyword. A golden keyword is basically an untapped keyword that people aren't targeting very much. And so, for example, a lot of the content I do is untapped keywords. It's golden keywords. And the way I find them is I go into ShineRanker here. I see all the different topics. Right here we got whether or not the keyword's an AI keyword. So none of these are. If I click by this, I can actually see all of the AI found keywords. But over here we have the monthly searches. We have the keyword. We have the difficulty. So monthly searches basically means how many people are looking for this content or this topic every single month. And then we have difficulty. So this is how hard it is to rank for the keyword and show up for it. We have the commercial value. A higher commercial value means the keyword's more profitable. It means it's more valuable to the client or the prospect. And then we have our different actions here, whether or not we want to add them to our dashboard. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But what I can do is I can go ahead and I can click on update all difficulty. And what this is going to do is it's going to figure out, okay, how many people are actually competing for these different topics. And so you can see some of these topics are a lot easier to show up for than others. And if I kind of scroll through here, I can start finding golden keywords. And golden keywords are, again, really like something that has a high search rate or a decent search rate and something that has low difficulty. And what I can do is I can start tracking all of the easy difficulty keywords by going to my dashboard, adding a new project. I can call it real estate keywords. And then I can add a project URL. This is just if I'm doing rank tracking. So I'm just going to do example.com for now. But this will actually tell me whether or not the client's ranking for the keyword or if they're going up or down for the different keywords. But if I go back into here and I click on track all easy keywords, this will only track the golden keywords. And now if I go back in here, boom, I have a bunch of different golden keywords, and some of them are AI enhanced. And I can start handing these to the different prospects and say, hey, let's start doing content for these different keywords. Let's start doing YouTube videos. Let's start doing TikToks. Let's start doing blog posts. And so just doing a keyword research service for people is something that people will pay for. Now, remember, the less you do, the less you can charge because the less value you provide. Ideally, you want to try to provide a combination of these different things together. Now, if you just did keyword research, you could actually probably make, I would say, over $100,000 a year. Why? Because so many different people don't know what to target online. They don't know where to get leads. They don't know what topics to talk about. There's plenty of people doing content and they're just winging it. They're just going, I'm going to go online and I'm going to start talking about whatever. I'm going to start talking about real estate. And if you just started helping them choose their keywords and figure out their titles and their topics, you could very easily start helping a lot of people with their topic and keyword research, and you could charge, I would say, anywhere between $500 to $1,000 a month just helping people with their targeting. Now, however, if you wanted to charge more like $2,000 or $3,000 a month, you would start bundling other things in here. Like, for example, not just keyword research, but helping with something like social media, how do you do social media for people and how do you automate? So first of all, you can see with this keyword stuff, it's pretty automated. I just found the topics, added it to the dashboard. And then what I can even do is I can actually start adding writers into this dashboard, and I can actually share this dashboard with people. And what's going to happen is they are going to put whether or not the content's in progress or not. Okay. So this whole thing is automated. I'm only kind of just showing you a glimpse of it, but inside of our bootcamp, what I do is I actually show you how to implement all of this. So I don't only just teach you how to find this stuff, like how to find the keywords and how to fix them, figure them out, but I also show you how to go and fix them and how to set them up so that now not only are you doing the keywords, but now you're ranking the content. Now you're doing the search engine optimization for these different things. So you can show up either for yourself or for your clients on YouTube, blogging, on Google, TikTok, all the different places that you want to, optimize yourself to rank for. And so again, if you haven't joined the bootcamp, I do recommend you join in there because again, it's a 6-week training program. The price goes up pretty much every single week. There are replays available if you can't make it in our time zone, but you get this checklist and you get all the different trainings you're going to need to go from, starting a business, an AI business as a complete beginner, all the way up to being an expert and being able to implement everything off of this checklist. So it is a very valuable thing if you are looking to start an AI business. So again, check out the link below and go ahead and grab that. Either way, we covered a little bit about keyword research. Let's talk about the next thing, which is video clipping and scheduling. And this is actually something that a few of my mentees started doing, and they were able to get a client for about $3,000 a month just doing this, literally just doing clipping and scheduling. And the best part about this is you can use AI for all of it. You can use tools. Let me show you how. So what you can do is you could take a person that's already doing content. Let's say you take somebody that's doing long form, right? So if I typed in real estate coach and I found somebody that was already doing long form content, let's say we took Jackie here, but let's say she's not doing short form content, right? If I look at her channel here, she's only doing long form. And so what I can do is I can click on this video here, click on copy. I can head into ShineRanker and I can go to the AI video clipper. And this tool will actually go and start generating short form content for this person. It'll give us like 10 different clips. It'll do the captioning, everything else. And so the cool thing about this is that now you can just take these clips and you can even schedule them out for this person using something like Radar. And by the way, most of these tools that you're going to use, not only can you make money on the services, but if you set people up on this, you can have them sign up for the different tools on their free trials. And when the trial's over and the client's paying for the tool, you get an affiliate cut on it. So not only are you making money on services, but even if the client stops paying you for services and they're still paying for the tools, you're making money every single month because you have an affiliate. You get a percentage cut of whenever they're paying for the tool. And so if you use something like a combination of ShineRanker and Radar, you can start scheduling content out. And you can schedule it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And this is another thing, is that if the person isn't constantly doing content on these different platforms, let's say they're only doing long form, this is a way for you to say, hey, why don't we get you scheduled out on TikTok? Why don't we get you scheduled out on Instagram? Why don't we schedule out all your content because you're already doing this long form? And let's say they don't have long form. Long form is very easy to create as well because you could take a list of these keywords that you found inside of ShineRanker and you could start using these different keywords for the long form videos. You could just ask the person, say, would you mind just creating a video of you talking, just pull out your phone and just talk about 20 of these topics. Just, talk about what people should look for when they're looking for a duplex for sale. Look, and by the way, you can also transcribe all this content, plug it into a content editor like we have in ShineRanker. And guess what? Now this content editor, what it's going to do is it's going to take the top 10 pages on Google and it's going to extract all of the things that they're doing to rank. So for example, how many words are on the page, how many images are on the page, how many heading tags, all the different things that Google's going to look at. And we can take that transcription and just plug it into our tool and it'll tell us, look, you need to mention these words. You need to have this many headings. You need to have at least 500 words. And we can take that transcription and rank them on their website as well. So not only that, but we can embed their video on our website as well. So there's just so many different things that you can do. And remember, all this stuff kind of works in tandem with the other services you're going to be offering. So if you're going to start doing a, video service and you're doing shorts, well, why not do the keyword research so that the videos are ranking? If you're going to be doing a keyword service, why not build landing pages and optimize them with the content ranker? So the more you can kind of bundle all these things in together, the more you can actually justify charging a lot of money to this person. And the idea is that you want to bring them in with something first of value. Give them some keyword research, do some free videos for them, and do it up front because all of it's automated. You see how fast it took for me to get a few keywords here? Did you see how fast it was for us to just throw the video in and get clips out? And so ideally, all you have to do is just take a few things that you can offer for free that take you seconds to do and give it to the person. And so that's where most people mess up. Most people just go in, they try to get the sale. And the reason why they're not making over 6 figures a year is usually because they're not doing enough value up front. And if you do enough value up front, usually you will get a lot of people to the point where you're going to say, what I said, which is that, okay, I have too many clients now. I need to start working on my own marketing. And by the way, all of this stuff is stuff that you should do for yourself as well. You should do keyword research for yourself. You should have your own content. You should have your own landing pages. You should optimize for golden keywords. You should do all of this stuff for yourself. And that's why inside the bootcamp, we don't just cover how to do this for other people. We cover how to do this for yourself so you can start making money on affiliate. So you can start making money if you ever want to sell your own course or become, some big influencer. And so we help you not just build other people's businesses, but how to become an expert in your own business as well. Because most people, they are beginners in their own business. Maybe their knowledge is expert. Maybe they know what they're talking about, but the problem is they're not generating enough leads for themselves. And so we want you to be able to generate enough leads to say, well, yeah, I'm going to work with clients, or yeah, I'm going to, do affiliate, or yeah, I'm going to do, some sort of coaching program. That's up to you, because once you do this stuff, you're going to have the traffic coming in because you're optimizing to show up for whatever you want to show up for. All right, next we have landing page expert or website expert. Now, what I recommend is use something like High Level. And again, I'm leaving links to all this stuff in the description of this video. A lot of them have special deals. A lot of them have free trials. So make sure you check out all the links in the description. But High Level is a great platform, which we also recommend inside of the roadmap here. And remember, if you do this roadmap, you get the roadmap, you can change this over to your own brand, change it to your own affiliates so that your clients can sign up for your own, your affiliate links. But High Level is a way for you to start building landing pages, start building an email list for people, to start building texting. So if a client or a prospect doesn't have a website yet, or their website sucks, or they don't have email, or, they're just not set up to attract customers with, maybe they're doing content, but they don't have some sort of way to bring people in. You want to set them up with something like High Level, because High Level is going to actually let you build a website for them with templates. So you can go into websites here, click on new website, and I can almost instantly build a website for anybody. Let's say I want somebody in automotive. Let's say I want somebody in beauty and fashion, and I can go select, beauty spa here, click on continue, and boom, just like that, I already have a website. Now I just have to put their content on it. And now they can start getting leads. They can manage their opt-ins. They can manage everything. They can measure their traffic. And so again, it's very, very important that people have some sort of website or landing page if they don't already. And so this is something that you can offer for free. Look at this. Just in a couple seconds, I already have a website that I can, go and look at the preview on, and I can send this to somebody and say, look, how does this look to you? Do you want this website? Can we build this for you? Can we add content to it? Can we optimize it for these different keywords that we found for you? Can we add videos? Can we do all the stuff that we need to do? And so being a website expert, just this alone is something that you could charge $2,000 to $3,000 a month for. And remember, if you bundle it, right, you're doing their keyword research, you're doing their SEO, you're doing their clipping, you're doing their social media. I wouldn't be surprised if you could start selling $5,000 to $10,000 a month clients. I had an $8,000 a month client at one point just doing SEO. And so this is such a valuable thing because now you have the ability to build your own website or build other people's website in seconds. And now you have the ability also to manage a list and all the cool stuff that High Level does. Another thing that you can do is be a robot / automation / communication expert. And what this is you just go and start working on people's back end follow-up systems. And the way you can do that is you can use something like High Level, right? So I can go into automation here, click on create workflow, or I can just go in a current one I have. And what this is it's just like an automated follow-up system, right? So if somebody turns into a lead, let's say they send a message through a contact form, or they enter their info, or they leave their phone number, or whatever, they sign up on the website, I can set up a full automated system that texts those people and emails them and, sends them all kinds of special deals and all that kind of stuff. And you can do that within High Level for your client. You can actually give them a full workflow backend automation that helps them close their clients or their prospects, and even follows up with them, helps them get reviews, all that good stuff. And you can even set this up on social media, where if somebody sends them a message, you have robots that go and interact with those people. And so all of the stuff I do in my business is automated. I always tell people, never message me on Instagram or Facebook or most places, because you're going to be talking to a robot. You're going to be talking to an AI. And so when it comes to email, texting, all these different things, you can set these things up for people, and you can charge a lot of money, because most people don't have an automated system. They just have some sort of like, somebody sends them a message and then they manually call everybody back. And so ideally you want to show them the value in having some sort of back-end automated system. All right, I'm going to burn through these really quickly because I don't want to waste all your time here. And again, if you want the full 6-week, like imagine this, there's 200 points in this checklist, right? We're just covering the surface. Ideally, you want to join the 6-week bootcamp, because the 6-week bootcamp is going to take you through everything. There's a reason why it's 6 weeks. If I could teach it all in like 10 minutes on YouTube, I would, but it takes a really, really long time. And I have to join Zoom calls so I can actually work with the people. And, there's a reason why I don't just do courses. There's a reason why I don't just do recorded videos. I have found that when you work with people in person, or, in a group, live environment, like on Zoom, people learn at a lot better pace. Like they actually start to get it. It's much harder to teach people where I'm just kind of like talking to a camera here. And so that's why I do the Zoom calls. That's why I do the boot camps, because I want to give people the opportunity to be able to ask questions, be able to interact, be able to, work with each other. And that's why the boot camps have always been such a success, why we've seen so many case studies, so many people do well, because of the fact that the group environment and the live environment just works incredibly well. So you need to join in, because the price, again, goes up every single week. And I just don't want you to lose your spot, because again, there's only so many spots inside of Zoom. I'm not making that up. I'm not just trying to give you fake scarcity. Like literally, once enough people join, we can't let more people in to the actual calls. Like you can't join. So make sure you get in. All right, last couple ones here. We got on-page ranking expert. I kind of showed you a little bit about that a second ago, and without diving too deep into it, because your time's valuable, what you can do is you can go into something like the content ranker here. You can start working on getting people to rank based on certain averages. You can use AI chat here to go and throw content in here, and just start mentioning certain words, and you'll see, like, if I start mentioning security, boom, that just went a 1 out of 3. If I mention Cloudflare, and so boom, that a lot of what on page means is that you're just trying to do what other people are doing. You're trying to understand what are other people doing to show up online, and can we meet that average and go slightly above. But on page also means that you're also helping people fix their entire setup. And ideally, like if you have a bad setup, meaning your website isn't, crawlable, your page speed's slow, you don't have SSL, or certain things that you want to look for. And all of this is in the checklist. It's stuff that you're going to learn inside the bootcamp, but you do want to have the right environment. And this goes the same, by the way, with social media. You want to have a certain type of profile. You want to have a certain type of bio. You want to make sure that you're optimized to actually reach people, because there are certain settings that if you don't turn them on, your profile will not get as much reach. Your videos, it doesn't matter how much SEO or on page or optimization, averages, all that stuff, you do need to have certain settings turned on in order to get a lot of reach. And so again, it's very important that you do learn those things, because without that, you could be going and doing a ton of content and just not getting any sort of reach whatsoever. Last thing we got is marketing analysis / consulting expert. And this is what I actually recommend that you really specialize in out of all of them. And the reason why is because if you can just start doing roadmaps for people like this, you can just go run through a 200-point checklist and say, look, you need to do keyword research. You need to do social media. You need to fill out your bio. You need to get meta verified, like all the different things in here. You need to check and make sure your XML sitemap exists. You need to have schema markup. Like there's so many things in here. If you can go through and give the whole checklist to somebody and just do roadmaps for free. I used to do these all the time. I actually, if you go to my website, I don't even think it's up anymore because I stopped doing them because I got too many people asking for them. But that's what I used to do. That's how I got to a $50,000 a month agency, was that I would just do these free roadmaps for people. I would say, look, give me your website, give me your, your social profiles, all the stuff that we ask inside of the client intake part of the roadmap. And once I got all those things, I would do a roadmap, and I would get a lot of people asking to pay me money for my services. Why? Because I could go into any business and I could run through this roadmap, and I could usually find like at least 30 to 40% of these things that aren't correct. And then if I could just demonstrate how we're going to go fix them and run through the roadmap, people would pay a lot of money for me to actually go and fix that for them because they saw the value. Why did they see the value? Because the roadmap is easy to show value if you can just demonstrate that you know what you're talking about. And so the secret from going from a beginner to an expert is really just learning to know what you're talking about. If you could just learn a basic amount of information and just understand this, you don't even have to do it. You could just go and sell the roadmap to people, demonstrate that you know what you're talking about, and then have other people fulfill it and run the business for you. And that is so much easier than having to go and do this stuff all day, right? Like if you're just out there and you're just working on a website, you don't know what to do. I mean, you're so misguided. You're just sitting there and you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to work on. Whereas if you have a roadmap, if you have a way to show people how to get from point A to point B, and you can have other people implement it for literally dollars an hour while you're charging thousands and thousands of dollars a month, you're going to be in an environment where you can start automating and start creating passive income and start working on the stuff that you want. A lot of my clients were in other locations. I never had people in person, like pretty much ever. And so all of my stuff, pretty much all I really did is I automated a lot of it. And then what I would do is I would do Zoom calls. I would do like a Zoom call a month with a client, and I'd say, here's what where we're at. And almost every single time the client was happy because they were getting what they were wanting. They got the roadmap, they paid for it, and I was making a lot of money. But again, at a certain point, I started investing in my own marketing because you can only spend so much time with clients. At some point, in my opinion, you want to start working on building your own sort of deal. Yeah, you can still have some clients, but I think the long-term goal is that you want to start automating your own income where you don't have to deal with anybody. So either way, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video and you got to the end, please let me know. I love hearing back from you. Please give me some feedback. I always tell people, respond with the word yes, just so I can get feedback, see if you guys like the videos. But if you have a second, take a second to write something. Say like, hey Chase, I love these videos. This is what I want to see more of. This is what I want to see less of. Talk to me. I would love to hear from you. So anyways, that's it for today. Make sure you join the bootcamp. It's starting very soon. I would hate to see you miss it or have to pay more later. There's no point in paying more for something you could have gotten for less. So go in the description, go to the link below, grab the bootcamp. I'll see you inside. I'm really excited to see you very soon. Until I do, happy money making. See you next time. Bye.